Calhoun County's newest roundabout is halfway completed.
Lots of rainfall in the forecast for East Alabama the next several days. We will have a wet forecast coming up.
There are 6 new members in the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame. We'll give you the details coming up in sports. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Good evening and thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News for Monday, June 19th, 2023. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
State highway officials opened up the intersection of Bynum-Leatherwood Road with Old Gadsden Highway today after several weeks of major reconstruction. The old traffic light is being replaced by a roundabout, which is not a common design in this area. The project is halfway complete, which means that drivers will need to be especially careful at that intersection. The Bynum-Leatherwood Road is a major thoroughfare that links Anniston's northern suburbs with the back gate to the Anniston Army Depot, the county's largest employer. The road is heavily traveled in the early morning and late afternoon as depot workers travel to and from their jobs.
Alabama's unemployment rate remained at 2.2% last month, tying April's record low number, according to state officials. The number of people in Alabama's civilian labor force increased to a new record high, with almost 2.5 million jobs being reported statewide. Areas that reported the biggest job gains are the private education and health sector, the government sector, and the professional and business services sector. Here in East Alabama, unemployment increased slightly from April to May. State officials say Calhoun County's unemployment went up from 1.9% to 2.4%, while the rate in Cleburne County went from 1.7% to 2.1%, and that is still below the state average. Anniston's unemployment rate rose to 2.8% in May, and Gadsden reported a rate of 3.0%.
Bennett Farms in Heflin will be opening a new multi-purpose barn at its facility soon. One of the owners, Lexi Bennett, says the building will give the farm a place for activities on a year-round basis.
So our biggest new addition right now is the barn, and so Jim just kind of had this vision for the barn, and it's just a big indoor space for seating. We'll put picnic tables in there in the main part, new bathrooms, and we have a big corn crib that'll go down one side. And eventually we'll have hopefully events and stuff out here. And we're kind of waiting for our children to get out of school and our weekends and everything to slow down a little bit. But the wagon train will go out the back of it now, and we'll have a new little outdoor space right here. We're talking about some maybe ping pong tables and move our cornhole boards and stuff right there, and just make it a fun little space to hang out on the farm. So.
Bennett Farms is currently in the middle of its annual flower picking season, and they will soon start planting pumpkins for their biggest event of the year, the Pumpkin Patch.
When we return, we'll tell you about some fun activities that are coming up in a few days.
Well, my name's Mike Craven, and we recently purchased an open carport, metal carport from Waldrop Manufacturing. I have an extra car. We have a very small home, very small driveway, and I needed somewhere just to park another vehicle, just out of the weather. And I had been told by 2 or 3 friends that knew we had recently remodeled a home that Waldrops were the people that you need to go talk to. I was in that area one day and I thought, hey, I'll just stop in, and I did without calling, and greeted warmly, well taken care of. It was just, really the whole process was just good from day one.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The city of Anniston has several special programs planned for this third week of June. The city's public information officer, Jackson Hodges, says the activities begin in Zen Park.
Our Main Street department's always up to something fun. We're going to have our next Wacky Wednesday. It will be Wednesday, June 21st. That is from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. We have Kona Ice. We have the Something to Do Sundays truck, which is full of all sorts of yard games and activities. And we're going to have maybe the museum there with some live animals and an inflatable bounce house. We'll have the splash pads turned on. It's a great time. You've got the little ones at home. You want to take them out to do something fun. Check out our Wacky Wednesday. It's the first and third Wednesday of the month for June and July.
And Hodges says the city has special plans for Noble Street at the end of the week.
And then the fourth Friday of this month of June starts our Fourth Fridays, where we have our mini vendor market and different activities. It's like a little baby Noble Street Festival. Gonna be such a good time. It's gonna be the fourth Friday of this month in June, and it will be down at the new Noble Street Park, so we can't wait to see you there.
Saturday brings the city's annual Heritage Festival back to Zen Park for a day full of music and the community celebration of Juneteenth. That program begins at 2 Saturday afternoon. It concludes that evening with a concert by the band Silk. So, Katie, did you hear all those thunderstorms last night?
Well, thunderstorms and a lightning show. We had quite a display last night. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center. John, it looks like we may be getting some tropical weather headed our way soon. Is that going to have any impact on East Alabama?
Well, indeed, there is some trouble potentially brewing out in the Atlantic with the tropics. We're going to talk about the potential effects of that in the southeastern United States, including us here in East Alabama, and the complete forecast for all of East Alabama for the week ahead coming up next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Temperatures today a bit below normal for this time of year. 84 for the high this afternoon, the average high about 88 degrees, and that's going to be the theme as we move through the work week. Temperatures are going to be below average, about 5 to 10 degrees below the average for the week ahead. Nighttime lows about where they should be for this time of year. The record high 98 degrees, the record low 52, and look at that sunset time, just 4 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. Summer officially starts in just 2 days. Weather on your street on your Monday night across East Alabama. Just a slight chance of a shower tonight out on Garrett Mitchell Road in Alexandria, just off 431 there in the valley. About 66 for the low tonight. Chance of rain only about 20% or less this evening. That is going to change drastically tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be looking at high rain chances on your Tuesday coming up. 84 for the high once again, but those showers and thunderstorms are going to be a lot more numerous across the East Alabama landscape tomorrow, including out on Timber Trace in DeArmonville. If you're out in DeArmonville or anywhere in East Alabama, expect, especially in the afternoon hours, numerous showers and thunderstorms. Chance of rain tomorrow doubling from what we had today. We're going to about 80% on the rain chances coming up tomorrow. And the rest of the week is going to be wet as well. Low 80s. Again, temperatures 5 to 10 degrees below the average coming up over the next several days. And then high chances for rain coming. That includes Trustee Circle at JSU. They're working on the new football complex feverishly. A lot of construction projects going on around Trustee Circle on the campus of Jacksonville State University. It is not going to be a very good week conducive to construction, as those construction workers are going to be dodging a lot of rain showers over the next several days. 7-day forecast, you'll see those temperatures. That's the temperatures are going to be lowering. The rain chances are going to be elevated for the next several days. An 80% chance of rain tomorrow, a 90% chance of rain on Wednesday. I don't think we're going to see very much sunshine on Wednesday or Thursday. An 80% chance of rain again on Thursday. Look at those highs. 79 on Wednesday, 80 on Thursday, about 8 to 10 degrees below the average for the back half of June in Alabama. Then we'll creep those temperatures up and we'll creep those rain chances down a little bit. Still a high chance of rain on Friday. By the weekend, just a 50-50 chance of rain as we decrease those rain chances bring more sunshine in. The temperatures increase back to about average on Saturday and Sunday, and then a little bit above average in about a week across East Alabama. So we're talking about all the rain, showers and thunderstorms and so forth. It is June. It is officially tropical season. It's hurricane season, and this is what we're looking at. Right now, this is officially Tropical Depression 3, but this is guaranteed going to be our next named tropical storm, which will be Brett, and that will be happening very quickly. You see that by 8 o'clock Saturday morning, this is going to be a full-fledged hurricane sitting south of the Dominican Republic. What we look for in these storms that form way out in the Atlantic, if they come off the African coast and they're going north of the islands here, north of the Dominican Republic, north of Cuba, north of the Bahamas, a lot of times they'll recurve back out here into the Atlantic, or maybe they'll be a threat to the Atlantic coast. But many times when they come in below the Dominican Republic, below Cuba, then those storms a lot of times have an excellent chance of getting into the Gulf of Mexico, and that is trouble for us here in Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, on the Gulf Coast there. So we're going to have to watch that. Nothing to worry about right now. This week, if you're going to the beach, you're just going to have to dodge our typical summertime showers, but as we reach out in the next 10 to 14 days, could be something to deal with, as we'll be watching Brett very closely. This weekend, the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame inducted their class of 2023. Chase Robinson has all the details now in sports.
Thanks, John. This past Saturday night, the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame inducted the 18th class with 112 total members now. The banquet was held at the Oxford Civic Center Saturday, and the new members include Mike Battles, June Evans, Jason Jack, Charlie Wilson, Terry McCord, and Chris Garment. The first inductee we will spotlight is former Wellborn head coach Mike Battles. Battles spent 44 years as a head coach in Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi before he retired from coaching in 2017, with his last stop being at B.B. Comer. Battles talks about this honor of being inducted into the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame.
I tell you what, when you've done something you love for half a century and somebody honors you, I mean, really, how much better can it be? You got to do what you love for all that time, and then somebody honors you at the end. I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Battles was the head coach of the Wellborn Panthers for a total of 15 seasons. His first stint was with the Panthers from 1979 to 1980. He then returned to Wellborn for 11 seasons from 1982 to 1992, and his final stint was for the 2002 and 2003 seasons. Battles' Wellborn team were 97, 55, and 1, and his career record, 216, 143, and 1. Battles talks about what he remembers most of his time coaching at Wellborn.
When I first got there, the kids, we changed, we made a lot of changes and all that. The people at Wellborn, I tell you what, when we were there and the kids that I got to coach, listen, they were some good. They were tough nuts, and that's something I tell you, they get after them. And that's how I coach football. They had two rules out there, and that was do right, be at practice. That was the rules.
It was a tough weekend for the Smash It Sports Vipers softball team in Oklahoma City against the Spark. On Friday night, the Vipers fell 2-1 in the season opener, and on Saturday, the Vipers went out to a 3-0 lead, but it was a walk-off home run in the 7th for the Spark to win 4-3 over the Vipers. The next series begins today through Wednesday against the Texas Smoke. This weekend, they'll be at home. That's it for sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News.
Please check back with us every weekday evening around 6:30 on either Facebook or YouTube to see what's been happening in your community. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave us a comment while you're there.
We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.